Good morning students. In the last lecture we have studied definition of utility, features of utility and types of utility. We have also studied some concepts of utility. So let us revise all the concepts of utility once, because today we are going to study law of diminishing marginal utility. There are three different concepts of utility called as total utility, marginal utility and average utility. Total utility is denoted by TU, marginal utility is denoted by MU. AU is not there in your syllabus this year. So let's start with total utility. Total utility refers to the sum total of all utilities derived after consuming all units of a commodity. Formula is TU of x is equal to function of Q of x, and second formula is TU is equal to sigma MU. Second concept of utility is marginal utility. You can see marginal is additional. So marginal utility refers to net addition made to total utility by consuming one more unit of a commodity. MU refers to the additional utility derived after consuming one more unit of a commodity. Formula of MU is little bit complicated. It is MU of n is equal to TU of n minus 1, where n is a number of commodity. You can understand the concept of utility. AU is not there in your syllabus this year. So you can understand the concept of utility of TU and MU from this particular table. You can have another table from your textbook also, right? It is not necessary to write this table and these numbers only. It is not likely, it is not compulsory. You may have another table with another numbers. Okay, in this particular table you can see there are three columns: oranges, total utility and marginal utility. So there are 8 oranges. When actually you know that utility cannot be measured in cardinal numbers, but if you assume that utility can be measured in cardinal numbers for some time, what you can understand this particular from this particular table is there are three columns. First column is oranges, second is total utility, third is marginal utility. When a particular consumer consumes first orange, his total utility is 10. Before consuming first orange, his total utility was 0. So marginal utility number, you can see marginal utility number is 10 minus 0 is equal to 10. When the particular consumer consumes second orange in quick succession, that is one after another, when he starts consuming more and more oranges, we have studied one feature of utility, that is utility is dependent upon intensity of want. So due to decline in the intensity of want, after consuming second orange, his total utility becomes 19. So marginal utility is 9. Similarly, when he consumes third orange, his total utility becomes 26. So marginal utility is 26 minus 19 is equal to 7. When he consumes fourth orange, his marginal utility becomes 5. When he consumes fifth orange, his marginal utility becomes 3. After studying this particular table in detail, after studying this particular table thoroughly, what you can understand is total utility is always positive, but marginal utility is positive, 0 and negative. Total utility increases initially. See here you can see 10, 19, 26, 31 and 34. यहाँ तक total utility बढ़ती है, then it remains constant. See the 34 and 34, and after that it starts declining after point of satiety. Here you can see point of satiety is point of maximum satisfaction. So after point of satiety, when total utility starts declining, marginal utility becomes negative. These particular tables are there in this particular heading, that is relationship between TU and MU. Please read the particular points carefully. Okay. Now based on these particular points, you can draw a diagram like this. And as it is a PowerPoint presentation, the numbers are not as accurate as the numbers are there in your textbook. Let me show you the diagram from your textbook. See, this is the diagram. On y-axis they have measured total utility and marginal utility. On x-axis you can see they have measured units of commodity X. When you will draw all the numbers of total utility, you will get a curve like this. This curve clearly indicates that total utility initially increases, then it remains constant, and then it starts declining. But marginal utility diminishes continuously. One point was there when total utility is maximum. What you can see here, the heading is point of satiety. At point of satiety, when total utility is maximum, marginal utility is 0. And after point of satiety, when total utility starts declining, marginal utility becomes negative. It is denoted as disutility. Here you can see it is disutility. So this is what is the diagram. When we load these particular numbers into PPT, the diagram is like this, right? This is also the same diagram, but little bit change in the presentation, right? See, this is the diagram. Now today the topic which we are going to study is the most important topic from this lesson, which is called as the law of diminishing marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility is divided in 4 parts. First, this thing is called as law. After law there are assumptions, next to that is exceptions, and lastly there are criticisms known as shortcomings or limitations. So first basically the law, next is assumption, second part, third exceptions, fourth is shortcomings. So let us begin with the law of diminishing marginal utility. For the sake of introduction, you are going to write the statement of law which is given by Professor Alfred Marshall. It is there. Please read it carefully. Other things being equal. Other things being equal. It is a phrase. I will explain this particular phrase in this particular assumptions to law of diminishing marginal utility. But for the time being, just read it. Other things being equal, the additional benefit which a person derives from the given increase in the stock of his thing, in the increase of his stock of a thing, diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. Again I am reading. Other things being equal, the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase of his stock of a thing diminishes with the every increase in the stock that he already has. What it means, uske niche likha hai, it means the total utility from the stock of a commodity increases as the stock of commodity increases, but it increases at a diminishing rate. Same thing you can observe from this particular table. When we are consuming more and more stock of oranges, you can see first orange, second, third, fourth, fifth, मतलब जैसे जैसे लगातार हम लोग ऑरेंजेस खाते जाएंगे, कंज्यूम करते जाएंगे, तो क्या होगा, टोटल यूटिलिटी फ्रॉम द कमोडिटी, अगेन आई एम रीडिंग द स्टेटमेंट, सी, total utility from the stock of commodity increases as the stock of commodity increases, but it increases at a diminishing rate. मतलब क्या होता है कि the total utility increases, see 10, 19, 26, 31, 34. If you can see, total utility is increasing, but the speed at which it is increasing is decreasing. Please understand, the speed at which it is increasing. इधर देखो तुम लोग 10 का 20, 30, 40 ऐसे नंबर नहीं है, राइट? 10 का 19 हुआ 9 से बड़ा, 19 का 26 हुआ 7 से बड़ा, 26 का 31 5 से बड़ा, 31 का 34 3 से बड़ा. What it means? Due to decline in intensity of wants, though total utility is increasing, it is increasing at a diminishing rate. This is what is law of diminishing marginal utility. And the statement further states that the additional benefit, see the word additional बेनिफिट। मैंने पहले ही तुम लोगों को बताया था कि एडिशनल का मतलब होता है मार्जिनल, यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है मार्जिनल इज एडिशनल। सो एडिशनल बेनिफिट इज एक्चुअली मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी, एडिशनल बेनिफिट इज मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी। क्या लिखा है आगे देखो, द एडिशनल बेनिफिट दैट इज मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी विच अ पर्सन डिराइव्स फ्रॉम द गिवन increase of a stock of a thing diminishes. This word is very important, diminishes. What diminishes mean? It continuously declines. If you will see the numbers of marginal utility 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, 0, -2 and -4, what you can see is the number of marginal utility is continuously decreasing. It is called as diminishing marginal utility. Hence the heading of law is the law of diminishing marginal utility. Word here is diminishing, not decreasing. When marginal utility decreases continuously, it is called as diminishing marginal utility. मॉरली अगर एक सिंपल शब्दों में तुम लोगों को ब्रीफली लॉ में अगर बताऊं तो किसी भी कमोडिटी का कंजम्पशन हम लोग लगातार करते जाएंगे तो उस कमोडिटी के कंजम्पशन से मिलने वाली टोटल यूटिलिटी पहले बढ़ेगी, फिर वो कांस्टेंट हो जाएगी और उसके बाद वो कम हो जाएगी। क्या बोला मैंने? टोटल यूटिलिटी पहले बढ़ेगी, फिर वो कांस्टेंट होगी और उसके बाद वो कम हो जाएगी, मगर मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी लगातार कम ही होगी। दिस इज व्हाट इज लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी। प्लीज रीड द स्टेटमेंट ऑफ लॉ केयरफुली। Okay, I hope you have gone through the statement. Now let us begin with assumptions to law of diminishing marginal utility. Actually, assumptions are the conditions upon which law of diminishing marginal utility is dependent. So why there is a need of these assumptions or condition? Let me explain. See, introduction to assumptions to law of diminishing marginal utility or any other law in economics. Why there are assumptions? See the paragraph. Economics is a social science. You might have studied in 11th standard that there are two types of sciences, natural and social. Laws of natural sciences are perfect. For example, law of gravitation. But laws in social sciences are not perfect. Hence they began with a particular phrase. They began with a particular set of conditions, assumptions. So as economics is a social science, it studies human behavior which is never constant. Human behavior is never constant. Hence every economic law is hypothetical. See the word hypothetical. It means conditional in nature. Every economic law is conditional in nature. It begins with a Latin phrase. Actually it is a Latin phrase, ceteris paribus. CETERIS PARIBUS, ceteris paribus, which means other things being equal. This is a Latin phrase, ceteris paribus, और उससे ऊपर derive किया हुआ है other things being equal. This is English phrase. Hence जब हम लोगों ने law पढ़ा तुम लोगों ने देखा रहेगा it has began with other things being equal. अगर तुम लोग चाहते हो law of diminishing marginal utility prove हो तो तुम लोगों को इन 10 बातों को कांस्टेंट एज्यूम करना ही पड़ेगा. दीज आर द कंडीशंस अपॉन विच लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी इज डिपेंडेंट. नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ व्हाट आर द कंडीशंस. फर्स्ट कंडीशन इज कार्डिनल मेजरमेंट ऑफ यूटिलिटी. जब मैंने तुम लोगों को फीचर्स पढ़ाए थे, इफ यू रिमेंबर, तब मैंने बताया था कि यूटिलिटी कैन नॉट बी मेजर्ड इन कार्डिनल नंबर्स. You cannot measure utility in numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. So the basic assumption to the law of diminishing marginal utility is utility can be measured in cardinal numbers. मतलब there is possibility of measurement of utility in cardinal numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. First assumption. Second assumption is only one use. The product which we have selected for studying law of diminishing marginal utility, you know that the product is orange, right? There are two uses of orange. First use, you can eat it and second is you can convert the orange into juice and you can have juice of orange, that is orange juice in liquid form. First अगर तुम लोग orange खाओगे solid form, second तुम लोग उसका juice पियोगे तो liquid form. Okay, so law of diminishing marginal utility assumes that you are going to select only one use of that commodity. It means either you eat orange, either you eat 8 oranges or you can drink orange juice, that is 8 glasses of orange juice. You cannot do like this कि पहला ऑरेंज मैंने खाया और दूसरे ऑरेंज का जूस पिया, फिर तीसरा ऑरेंज मैंने खाया चौथे का जूस पिया, ऐसे तुम लोग नहीं कर सकते. यू आर सपोज टू यूज ऑरेंज फॉर ओनली वन पर्पस. एक तो उसको खाओ या 8 के 8 ऑरेंजेस का जूस बनाओ और लगातार 8 ग्लास जूस पियो. Select any one use, either you eat it or you can drink it. Third assumption is very important, it is continuity in consumption. It is very important. देखो कि you can drink 8 glasses of orange juice in a particular day of 24 hours. मतलब हर 3 घंटे में एक ग्लास ऑरेंज जूस हम लोगों को पीना है. इट इज़ इजीली पॉसिबल. 8 ऑरेंज हम लोग पूरे दिन में आराम से खा सकते हैं. बट अगर लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी को प्रूव करना है तो थर्ड पॉइंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, कंटिन्यूटी इन कंजम्पशन. जो मैंने बोला कि यू विल हैव टू कंज्यूम 8 ऑरेंजेस इन क्विक सक्सेशन, दैट इज वन आफ्टर अनदर. पहला ऑरेंज खाया, मैं तुम लोगों को पूछूंगा कितना यूटिलिटी मिला, तुम लोग बोलोगे 10, मैं लिख के रखूंगा. तुरंत तुमको दूसरा खाना है, तुरंत तीसरा खाना है. देयर कैन नॉट बी अ टाइम गैप बिटवीन 2 कंजम्पशंस, right? So there must be continuity in consumption. Next point is rationality. It means the person who have upon whom we are going to apply this particular law must be a rational person. It means वो particular आदमी अपने पूरे होशो हवास में होना चाहिए. You cannot take a minor person, you cannot take child, you cannot take a person from old age, and you cannot consider a lunatic person. Even you cannot consider a drunkard. तो जो आदमी अपने होशो हवास में नहीं है, if a person is irrational, पागल लोग जैसे होते हैं, ऐसा बोलना नहीं चाहिए, बट lunatic जो होते हैं, you cannot consider them for explaining law of diminishing marginal utility. Fifth point is reasonability. The product which we have taken, orange, must be of a reasonable size, because if the size of the product is too small, it will irritate consumption, and if the size is too big, you cannot consume it properly. For example, अगर हम लोगों को पानी पीना है तो हम लोग पानी ग्लास में से पिएंगे, जग में से नहीं, right? So the size of the commodity must be reasonable. It should not be too small as well as too big. Sixth assumption is divisibility. जो भी प्रोडक्ट तुम लोग लेने वाले हो, यू कैन हैव, जैसे मैंने पहले भी फर्स्ट लेक्चर में बताया था कि यू कैन हैव ऑरेंज, यू कैन हैव एप्पल, यू कैन हैव चॉकलेट, यू कैन हैव एनी प्रोडक्ट प्रोवाइडेड इट इज डिविजिबल इन नेचर. This particular law is not applicable on indivisible goods such as car, AC, etc. 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 कार और AC के टुकड़े अगर तुम लोग करके उसका कंजम्पशन करने की कोशिश करोगे तो तुम्हारा क्या होगा वो मुझे बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं, राइट? बिकॉज दिस प्रोडक्ट्स आर इनडिविजिबल इन नेचर. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट नंबर 7, नो चेंज इन द टेस्ट हैबिट प्रेफरेंसेस ऑफ द कस्टमर. सेम थिंग, जो आदमी मैंने लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी के लिए सिलेक्ट किया है वो रैशनल तो होना ही चाहिए अकॉर्डिंग टू पॉइंट नंबर 4, बट देयर कैनॉट बी एनी ड्रास्टिक चेंजेस इन हिज टेस्ट हैबिट्स प्रेफरेंसेस एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, बिकॉज अगर उसकी टेस्ट हैबिट प्रेफरेंस में कोई भी चेंज आता है तो उसकी मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी के लेवल के अंदर भी चेंजेस आ सकते हैं, विच इज़ नॉट एट ऑल अलाउड. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट नंबर 8 इज होमोजिनिटी. होमोजिनिटी में ये एज्यूम किया गया है कि जो 8 ऑरेंजेस तुम लोग लेने वाले हो वो 8 के 8 ऑरेंजेस दे मस्ट बी ऑफ होमोजीनियस, that is uniform in nature, that is in terms of size, color, taste, शेप एट्सेट्रा एट्सेट्रा एट्सेट्रा, मतलब हर मामले में वो बिल्कुल एक जैसे होने चाहिए। एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ, अगर मैंने पहला जो ऑरेंज खाया वो खट्टा ऑरेंज रहेगा और उसके बाद दूसरा ऑरेंज जो मैं खाऊंगा वो अगर मीठा रहेगा, तो पे अटेंशन, दूसरा ऑरेंज जितना मीठा है उससे ज़्यादा मीठा मुझे वो रियलाइज़ होगा क्योंकि मैंने जो फर्स्ट ऑरेंज खाया हुआ था वो खट्टा था। सो लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी विल नॉट वर्क। एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ, अगर तुम लोग किसी के घर पे गेस्ट करके गए, उसने तुम लोगों के सामने चाय रखा और कोई मिठाई रखी, तो रैशनल पर्सन उसमें से पहले चाय पिएगा, एक दो मिनट रुकेगा और उसके बाद वो मिठाई खाएगा, क्योंकि मिठाई खाने के बाद अगर वो चाय पिएगा तो उसको वो चाय टेस्टलेस लगेगा, बिकॉज these two products are not at all homogeneous in nature, वो heterogeneous है। इसके लिए there must be homogeneity, 8 के 8 ऑरेंज टेस्ट, कलर, साइज, शेप, वेट एट्सेट्रा एट्सेट्रा, इन सब मामलों में एक जैसे होने चाहिए। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज़ वेरी इजी एक्चुअली, रियल कंजम्पशन मतलब क्या है, तो 8 के 8 ऑरेंज तुम लोगों को एक्चुअली खाने पड़ेंगे, स्पेशली 7वां और 8वां ऑरेंज, जहाँ पे जाके तुम लोगों को डिसयूटिलिटी रियलाइज होती है। यू कैन नॉट एज्यूम, मतलब यू कैन नॉट थिंक इन सच अ वे कि सोचो कि मैंने पहला ऑरेंज खाया होता तो क्या होता। नो, रियल कंजम्पशन तुम लोगों को लगातार वो 8 ऑरेंज एक्चुअली खाने पड़ेंगे। लास्ट पॉइंट इज लिटिल बिट डिफिकल्ट, कांस्टेंट मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी ऑफ मनी। फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, मॉनेटरी इकोनॉमी में मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी ऑफ मनी कभी भी कांस्टेंट नहीं रहती, मगर इफ़ यू वांट टू अप्लाई दिस पर्टिकुलर लॉ प्रैक्टिकली, तो तुमको ऐसे एज्यूम करना पड़ेगा कि ये जो रैशनल आदमी हम लोगों ने लिया हुआ है उसके लिए पैसे की मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी मतलब पैसे की अहमियत कांस्टेंट होनी चाहिए। It means there should not be any increase or decrease in the stock of money that he already has. अगर उसके पास ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा पैसे हो गए तो उसकी टेस्ट हैबिट प्रेफरेंस में चेंजेस हो सकते हैं, विच विल लीड टू चेंजेस इन मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी। अगर उसके पास अचानक से पैसे कम हो गए तो भी उसकी पैसे की MU फ्लक्चुएट हो सकती है, विच इज़ नॉट फ्रूटफुल फॉर लॉ। हेंस द लॉ एज्यूम्स constant marginal utility of money. So in today's lecture we have revised the concept of total utility, marginal utility. After that we have again gone through this particular table, the relationship between TU and MU diagram, and the most important part of today's lecture was law of diminishing marginal utility and its assumptions. In the next lecture we are going to study what are the different exceptions to law of diminishing marginal utility and what are the criticisms. If time permits, I will also explain importance of law of diminishing marginal utility. But I hope before studying these particular points you please go through law of diminishing marginal utility, introduction to law, introduction to assumptions to law, what are the different assumptions, and you can refer the same assumptions in your textbook also. See, here is the law of diminishing marginal utility and here are the assumptions, right? Assumptions. So please go through law of diminishing marginal utility and assumptions for the sake of your homework. Okay, thank you very much.